Today we're going to talk about the blueprint on how to net $100,000 in 2020. What I see is that people get overwhelmed with the plan in achieving that goal. The reason that I'm putting this video out in September 2019 is because we know that in our business, we're always working 30, 60, 90 days in advance. So let's go ahead, put together a game plan now so that we can put it into play and make 2020 your best year in real estate yet. So once we know the goal, we can then work backwards so that we can form a plan. First thing is first, know your numbers. In order to net $100,000, do you know how many conversations you need to have that will turn into an appointment? How many appointments that will turn into clients to under contracts to closings? Don't worry, don't get overwhelmed with this. We're going to break those numbers down so that you know exactly the game plan that you need in 2020. So I am going to disclose in these numbers that we talk about tonight, I have factored in a 3% commission off of an average sales price of $300,000. I also factored in $2,000 of monthly expenses because I don't know about you, but I have to live and eat throughout the month. And then I also allocated taxes because you should be setting aside taxes for every transaction that you close. So statistics show us that in order to net $100,000, we need to close 7 million real estate production. So if the average price point is $300,000, that's 24 closings to get you to $7 million of production. Super obtainable. Let's talk about how we get there. So in order to have 24 closings in 2020, so I don't know about you, but I don't have a 100% conversion rate, and every great agent factors in a conversion rate. So we're going to use the average, which is 75%. So in order to close 24 units, you need to have 32 signed buyer's rep agreements and or listing agreements. Okay. Now, if we need 32 signed agreements, how many appointments do we need to go on in order to get those? Again, we're going to factor in a fallout rate because every appointment that we go on, we're not going to get it signed. So let's use the 75% rule again. So that means you need to go on 43 appointments in order to convert 32 of those into signed contracts. Now let's talk about the conversations that you need to have. Studies show that on average, an agent sets one appointment for every 100 real estate conversations they have. Set 43 appointments, you need to have 4,300 conversations in 2020. So don't worry, we'll break that number down. So what does that look like on a monthly basis? Again, I don't want you to get overwhelmed by these big numbers. Let's break it down even more. Those 4,300 contacts look like 359. So that's 12 a day if you're working 7 days a week. If you're working 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, go ahead and break down 4,300 contacts. That is more relatable to your business and how long you're working. Appointments needed would be 4 a month. So every week you should be going on an appointment. If you're lead generating 4 or 5 days a week, that's super easy, guys. Of those 4 appointments you go on, we need 3 of those to sign, whether it's a buyer's rep agreement or a listing agreement. And then that relates to 2 closings a month. That looks like $8,300 a month. I want to ask you, what would earning and netting $8,300 a month do for you? What would that do for your family? Would that look like more vacations, more debt being paid off, student loans? Would that look like purchasing investment properties? The actions you do today will ultimately reflect your 2020. How will you start showing up tomorrow knowing it will directly impact your 2020 business? I want you to know these numbers and I want you to stay committed. I always love hearing from you. So whether you have some questions or you need some clarity around some things, be sure to post those below so that I can get to them. I love to hear from you and I thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.